For story time today, we're going to talk about Jonah, and you can find this story in the book of Jonah in your Bible. Let's begin reading. Jonah was a prophet. A prophet is someone who gives messages to people from God. God said to Jonah, I want you to go to the city of Nineveh. You will tell the people there to stop doing bad things. Jonah did not want to go to Nineveh. The people there were bad, and Jonah did not like them. He did not know why God wanted to help them. Even Jonah's friends knew that the people from Nineveh were bad. So they did not like them either. So Jonah decided to run away. He was going to get on a ship that was going to take him as far away from Nineveh as possible. Well, Jonah could not hide from God. Shortly after the ship set sail, God sent a storm. And Jonah did not know about the storm because he was asleep below deck. The wind from the storm was so strong that it shook the whole ship back and forth in the waters. Now the captain and all the sailors were so afraid that they thought the ship was going to break apart. The sailors began tossing things overboard to lighten the load, but that did not help. One of the sailors asked, "What is causing this storm?" No one knew, and they tried calling upon their gods to stop the storm, but the storm grew bigger. One of the sailors remembered that Jonah was on board. He had told the sailors that he was running away from God. The ship's captain went to Jonah and said, "How can you sleep? You must call on your God. Maybe he will protect us." Well, the sea was getting rougher and rougher, and the sailors were very frightened. They asked, "What can we do to make the storm go away?" And Jonah knew that God was unhappy with him, and he said, "God sent this storm because I ran away from him. If you throw me overboard, the storm will stop." The sailors did not want to throw Jonah into the water. They tried to row the ship back to shore, but they could not. The storm grew even stronger, and finally the sailors knew what they must do. First, they prayed to Jonah's God that they would not be harmed, and then they threw Jonah into the sea. The sailors were still very afraid. Suddenly the storm stopped, and the sea grew calm, and God saved Jonah by sending a big fish to swallow him. So Jonah was inside this big fish for 3 days and 3 nights. And while Jonah was inside this big fish, what do you think he did? He prayed. He had lots and lots of time to think and to pray. "Please help me, God. I am sorry for trying to run away from you," Jonah prayed. "Please give me another chance. You have been so good to me. I will do anything you tell me." So God heard Jonah's prayers, and God told the fish to spit Jonah out onto the dry land. The big fish followed God's command, and Jonah was happy to be on the dry land again. "So you must go to Nineveh," God said to Jonah a second time. This time, Jonah obeyed God, and he went to Nineveh. So God had given Jonah a big job. Nineveh was a very big city. It was so big that it took 3 days for Jonah to walk throughout the whole city. As he walked, he would tell people God's message. Jonah said, "People of Nineveh, stop doing bad things." And the people listened to what Jonah said. They believed his word, and they were sorry for the bad things that they had done. They wanted to do what was right, and even the king was sorry. He called all the people in the kingdom together, and he told the people to pray to God for forgiveness. The whole city of Nineveh prayed as the king said, and God was pleased that the people of Nineveh listened to the message he had given Jonah. The king and his people were happy too. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story about Jonah, and again, you can find this in your Bible in the book of Jonah. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.